Hi everybody, welcome to Uniquelyrobins. This is Robin. We're gonna continue to work on our envelope junk mail journal. That's a mouthful there, almost a tongue twister. I did want to take a moment to thank everyone who subscribes to my channel. I do appreciate it so very much. And for your sharing it and liking and commenting. I appreciate it more than you could even imagine. So this is where we're at. We got this page done with our little pocket on there. And I have cut this piece for the back. I've cut a couple of pieces, but not, haven't gone too far, just a couple of pieces to get us started here. I also did want to show you these. They have these at I don't know if you guys have a Dollar Tree. That's where I got these from. They're only $1, and they're in the makeup section, not in the craft section, but they work wonderful for when you're hot gluing to push stuff down, or even when you're just gluing if you don't want to get it on your hands. You can push stuff down with it. They're real flexible on the end. So for $1, good purchase. I bought 2. Gotta have backup. Okay. So let's glue our paper down on here. The boys are outside whittling today. I'd like to have that on camera. But they're having fun. My husband and my grandson. Everybody's doing good and getting ready for New Year's. Hopefully the new year is much better than the last one. Come on, don't get crooked on me now. There we go. Actually, the last few years have been bad for our family, but you gotta hang in there. And I always say what my grandfather used to tell me. At least I woke up on the right side of the dirt this morning. And that's a good thing. That's always a good thing. So, okay, well, we want to put a pocket on here, I think. May as well do it. We're going to go back through and decorate and put pockets and stuff on. But why do they do that? Look, this one has just the paper on it and nothing really fancy. And then this one has a butterfly and a little, I don't know if that's a seashell or what that is, but it's pretty little swishy thing. And it's really pretty on the back. Now, why didn't they put one of these on this one? So now I have to decide, do I want to cover up the butterfly? I really like this side better. So I think we're going to put that side on there. I really hate covering up the other side, but what you going to do? You got to pick one, I guess. Usually when I buy these Stamperia paper sets, I usually try to buy 2. I think they're like, some of them vary, but they're anywhere from like $10 to, I think, $15. Do I have the front page, or did I already cut it up? Yeah, I have the front page right here. I got it on Amazon.com because a couple of people were asking me. I must have missed the other video where I showed the front. But there are 10 double-sided sheets, and they're acid-free, and they're 12 by 12, or 30.5 by 30.5 centimeters, if you go by centimeters. And even if I don't use the back of this on something, sometimes I will cut out these and make tags out of them where they don't have this. I wish they had this on the plastic and not on the actual paper so you could use all the bits of this, but they don't. Maybe we should all send them an email and ask them to do that. Maybe they would. Alright. Let's see. I think I'm going to put it right about there. Got some stringies there. And again, I'm going to push in. Oh, I didn't put my thumb hole in there. here, I thought I was going to get through this whole video without messing something up. I was going to say screwing something up, but that didn't sound very good. Well, maybe I won't put it in the top, or in that one. I could pull it up a little bit before it dries, but I have a thumb pull in this side. Do I want to put it in the back too? No, I don't think I do. But I do want one in here. Let's see if I can pull it up just slightly. Just enough to, doesn't have to be a very big one. Ink that real quick so don't forget later, because I will. Alright, and I'm just going to touch this back down. Glue is kind of forgiving if you get it before it gets completely dry. My drawer touching my pole holds my camera and or my phone, and it's shaking you all over the place. Sorry if I made you dizzy. Okay, so we have that page done. Down this middle here, where you can see that black and them letters, we will probably put a piece of lace down through there or something just to make it pretty and to hide that, because some people don't care about it, but I don't like it. Alright, I've cut this piece, so we're going to go ahead and I cut the next couple of pieces. Let me set those over there so don't forget where I put them at. So we'll put this one on. Now, this has quite a few pockets in it, but any of these pieces that you're covering your page with, you can make into pockets. Just glue just the 3 sides, and then you'll have a pocket wherever you want. Pull this up a little further. There we go. So yeah, if you want to add different pockets. Some people like lots and lots of pockets. You never know. Okay, I'm going to trim this where it is overhanging just a tiny bit. Evidently I used my cutter, but evidently I didn't eyeball it very good. Just a tiny bit there. Come on. There we go. And I'm just going to ink that side a little bit. Well, at least this time it rolled back under my desk. I could reach it. We're going to put a little thumb hole there. And you don't have to put thumb holes in all of yours. I just do because I think it gives people a guideline. So just so they know that that's a pocket. I mean, I'm sure if they could figure it out, but I think, I'm not sure if I'm going to put a piece in there or just, am I going to put a piece in there? That's not quite long enough. Yeah, I think we will. Just because we can. Paper crafts, we can do anything we want. Except see my line. I can't never see my line. I try not to make it too awful dark so that I can, if I don't cut it clear off, I can erase it. But sometimes I have to make it pretty dark before I can see it. Okay, smidgen more. So we're just gonna do it with the scissors and hope I can cut straight today. Because I didn't allow for my glue. The glued it down side. Okay, now I'm gonna cut this in half because I don't want to waste it, and this way I can use it for the other side of the envelope if I need to. Okay. Just need to do the front of it because the rest is going to be inside our little pocket. Open wide. Okay, see if I can get it straight. There we go. And just make sure I didn't get any excess glue or it's going to glue my pocket shut. There we go. Okay. Now we have this side. And we have this piece that goes on there. I don't think I inked that one. I thought I did, but I thought I inked all the ones I cut already, but I didn't this one. It's raining today. Doesn't feel as cold as it has been, but it is raining. Alright. Do we want that side here? Maybe that was why, because I inked that side. Yeah, let's use the other one. Change it up a little bit. I think I just got more glue on my finger than I did on the paper. Okay. I love to hear the rain hit the window, though. I really do. I don't think we need a thumb hole on this side because we have one on this side. Okay, and this is our envelope that has all the little flips and folds in it, so we're gonna, that's why I stopped there, to make it easier to show you that again. Oops. This is really pretty paper. Even though I'm not real wild about green. I didn't put that on upside down, did I? It doesn't look like it really matters. It's a good thing. Okay. Now we have the inside. Now I'm just wondering if I want to cut that out and make that a window. So when you open it, we have, let's find something pretty. That's pretty. Where when we open it, do I have this? I didn't make this a pocket, did I? Or did I? All right, let me turn it upside down so I can see what I'm doing here. No, I don't think I did, but I can. Did I miss some glue there? I think I did. Okay, but we can make it a pocket. Let's do it. Why not? I'm just gonna cut a smidgen off the top because this is an envelope, so it will open up for us. Okay. I have a sort of an X-Acto knife here, but it's really, really old and doesn't really work very well, but going to, maybe, did I open it far enough? Maybe I didn't open it far enough. Find the right side to be on. I don't use this one very much because the blade wants to flip back and forth on me. Yeah. Okay, that one doesn't want to open, so I'm not going to fight with it. We'll put it somewhere else. I'm not fighting with it today. So maybe we'll put it in here. And instead of this came with some of these. Oh, that almost fits perfectly, doesn't it? Not quite long enough, though. But this one probably will be. Yeah. Yeah. I think that'll look better anyway. So let's cut the top of this one. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Trying to get a hold of it. Really? You really want to just be that way today? Okay. So, we can make it, and I'll glue this down. So we just have a little half a pocket like, or this to slide into. And look how pretty that will be once it's slid in there. We put a little tab on the top of it. And that rose will shine right through that window. That will be very pretty. So let's go and glue the other side of him down, just so it doesn't wiggle around. Okay. This is I know a strange way to do this, but since I can't get my bottle in there, I'm just going to run a line down the side. That way sometimes in crafting you get all messy, but it all washes off. There. And then that way our little tab will, come here, slide right down in there. I think that will look very pretty right there. Okay, so let's do the cover, and then I'm going to slide that in there after I cover the front of this, so that I know that's where I want it. That one's where I want it to go, so I don't use it somewhere else and then not have one, because that's probably something I would do. But this one's already cut out, so let's put him down first. Next week, we are going to make something that people have been asking me for. It's pretty cool, and we're going to make something out of one of the snack size Pringles cans. So, if you want to eat some Pringles this weekend and have your can ready, you can make it along with me. It's really cool. And it doesn't have to be a snack size. You can use a regular size. It's just I bought a case of the snack size for the kids and my husband for work, and that's what I have, so I'm using the snack size, but you can use any size that you want. Okay, do we, oh, I could have glued that from this side instead of sticking my finger down in there, but that's okay. Just glue the rest of it. It doesn't matter. I don't mind getting my fingers dirty. Okay. I'm going to cover the back side first. I don't want it to be the same as the other one, so I'm trying to find me a different scrap paper here. Oh, is this one big enough? Oh yeah. Actually, I think this one might, nope, that's not quite big enough. But that one is. That one is, let's use this one. Okay, you have to get out of my way. There. And I'm just going to the fold, or just above the fold. As if that's not there. I'm just covering this part right now. Really? Really? little piecey parts hanging around. I think I'm going to use that side. I don't know where my marks went. I still can't see them. I might have marked it on the other side, but I like this side better, so. This side first. Even have my glasses on, I can't see. Evidently I'm blind as a bat and my brain is like a sieve, so getting old's not fun at all. Okay. Gluing down. I kind of like things that have lots of pockets because then you have lots of little tuck spots to put your favorite things or something in. Okay, so now we have that. And then we have our little flappy. We'll cover that too, but I think I want to cover that with, I either want to cover this with a plain paper or I want to cover this with a plain paper. I think I want to cover this with a plain paper. And do we want to use that or this? I think we're going to use this green. I haven't used that yet. It's thicker for one. I still only want to go to the fold. So I'm going to fold this where I folded it forward, but I'm going to fold it backwards. I want to ink that for one because I like it when the folds stand out. So I'm going to fold that back out of my way. We are going to have it in the front, but I want it out of my way while I'm working on this one. Go this way. Okay. And there. So let's cut this out. I'm just trying to cut down to where I'm going to cut across in case I don't want to waste the paper. And that leaves the rest of it whole for me. Yeah, that'll fit on there really nicely. Now, if you do this, hadn't thought I was going to do it, but if you do this before you put your envelopes together, you can take this envelope apart and just lay it out flat so that you can draw around your, this piece here, you can draw around it. That helps you when you go to cut your paper. So it is a lot easier to do that way than the way I'm going to do it because I already have it on here. So now I have to figure out where that hole is. And it doesn't have to be exact. If it can, as long as it's smaller. You really don't want it, well, you could have it bigger and then just ink around it, but I think if it's smaller, it'll work better. So I'm going to pull this down just so I can see where that's at. And really lightly, I'm going to mark the inside of it, so I know that that's where it lays. And then I need my ruler, which, where did it go? I don't normally measure, but it's usually right there. I bet you it fell off the end. I have a bad problem with that stuff falling off of the end. Alright. No biggie. I have a whole drawer full of rulers, so. Actually, this little one might work good if I can see it. I'm going to measure down to where, no, that's not going to work for me. I can't see that at all. one. These dollar store rulers are okay, but they don't always put it up clear to the edge, so you can make your marks off a little bit. So we want to mark, I'll mark right on my ruler, right there. So that's how far down we want to come before we start chopping at our paper. So I'm just going to make a little mark right about there. And then I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. Find out where I want my paper to be placed. I come up from the bottom. I got to take into account this little bit I'm not using. So remember that. And it's just about the same. So I'm moving it up just a tiny bit to take into account what I'm not using. What I'm not covering on this envelope right here. I hope I'm explaining that right. Let me fold this up so you can see what I mean. If I put my envelope here where I have the border around it, this little section here that's not covered with this green paper, we need to take into that measurement into account. And it's going to be different on every envelope. So, if I go over here from, I'm just going to make a very light line from where I made it at the top. Doesn't have to be perfect, just close to the lines you made at the top. So now if we cut this area out, we should be good. We'll see. And I'm just going to do it this way. So not just getting me a starting point to get my scissors in. And then I'm going to use my little tiny ones, because those big ones I'll surely mess it up. Just kind of rounding the edges a little bit. Pretty much do most of what I do by scratch. And I don't have a bunch of tools, so I pretty much do most of it by hand. I'm sure there are punches and easier ways to do this. But I'm kind of old school. Just gonna straighten this edge up just a tiny bit. And I think we got it. So, let me erase my marks. We'll see how close we got. Ah, look at that. Righto. My eraser keeps going back in my pencil. Okay. Looking good. Now I'm going to ink this. Make it stand out. I hear an ambulance. I hope nobody's hurt. I hate when I hear ambulances. Okay. All right. So let's glue him down. And this one has, yeah. Okay, it has the plastic in there. I knew one of the envelopes I had yesterday didn't have the plastic. I wanted to make sure that wasn't the one. We could put it in there. That's not a big deal, but I need to do it before I put this down. So I just thought I better double check. I'll tell you, the girls on the group just amaze me every day. They put such beautiful stuff up on there. I've got to get busy and get my other journals finished. I've got a bunch of them started I've got to get done. Holidays have just kind of caught me off guard for one. I wasn't ready. Well, can't really say they caught me off guard because same time every year. Just wasn't ready for it this year for some unknown reason. Everything's going on, I guess, but there we go. And maybe we'll stamp something on this side, or we'll put some kind of decoration on this side. I think that will be pretty. But then when we take our piece, our little tag, and you gotta find the opening, Robin. It's up there somewhere. There we go. Now, I know you open. Okay, I see what the problem is. There's a little extra piece here that didn't get glued down, and that's hindering me. There we go. Okay. Okay, so here's our little pocket. Isn't that pretty? I like that little rose being up there in the corner. Scoot it over a little bit. That way we have the rose and the butterfly. That'll be pretty. Then when we cover this, you won't see it at first until you flipped your little other pocket down. And remember, this is all one envelope right here. This is all one envelope. We just folded it up. We cut this to match, both sides to match, so we have another little pocket right there. So now let's cover that one. Cover this side first, and I think we want to use some pretty paper on that since this is plain. That's not big enough. Let's see what we got here. Oh, will one of these work on there? Look at that. It fits perfectly. Man, couldn't have done that again if I tried. I think we're going to put this one on this side. And I'm thinking maybe, I'm going to think for a second. I'm thinking, do I want to use that one, or let's see what else we got. That one's pretty. That one's pretty. I think they're all pretty. I think, where do we use, like, well, that's going to cover up the words. That'll look kind of funky, wouldn't it? What else we got here? This one. I like that one. And there's no words that our little flap's going to cover up. I think he's it. He is elected. Starting this month, I'm going to start promoting YouTube channels on my, YouTube channels from my group on my YouTube, on my Facebook, and post it in the YouTube group for other people to help out. And we're going to try to boost some people up. So, like I said, if you have a YouTube channel and you're not part of the group, come join us. We support each other a lot on there. And do as much as I can. I would love for everybody on my group to get 1,000, to get up to where they have 1,000. I'm probably going to start with whoever has the least, and we'll try to boost them up first. And I'm going to go through and check and see how many everyone has, because if someone's close to a goal point, like close to 1,000, only needing, you know, a couple hundred or something, we may do 2. We'll have to see how it works out. But I would love for everyone on our group to be at 1,000 subscribers. All right, yeah, I like that. That looks nice. Now let's do this side. We could put one of those on there too. But I'm thinking, since this is just the inside of a little pocket, I think we're going to use this paper because we might want these for something else. So, let's measure him out here. Okay. My grandson and my husband have really been... My husband got him a race car game for the PlayStation. I guess it's a PlayStation. I bought it for my husband for his birthday last year, and last year or the year before. I can't even remember what I bought. That's how much I know about those games. I just told the guy I needed something that he could play whatever the game was he wanted to play. And he told me what I should have got, so that's what I got. I think it's a PlayStation, though. I don't know what number or anything like that, but they have been playing that race car game like crazy. They both love it. I'm so glad they're having such a good time together. And they've been taking turns on the one that's only a one player. While my husband's taking his turn. My grandson builds his little Lego things he got for Christmas. And when it's my grandson's turn, when he runs out of money, he always gives it to my husband and says, "Here, give me some more money, Papa." So they're having a great time. I just found today a game, this box that has a bunch of different games in it, just regular board games, because we play a lot of those with grandkids. I just found it today that I had bought for Christmas and forgot where I put it. So that's par for my course anyway. There's always something I hide and forget what I did with it. Now let's see. I'm thinking this, if we put this on the flap, it'll match back here. It'll look nice. So let's give her a try. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do this where you can see it and I can see what I'm doing too. I'm going to try to cut this the same shape as that. This is where punches are so much nicer, because if you punch it, then you have a punch to punch the other paper too. Ah, but you still don't move on me. Don't you move. Don't you move. Okay, now I can see. Sometimes it's really difficult to, I made it difficult on myself by attaching that down, but it does help me a lot. My hands don't want to work right. But things like this, it hinders a bit. I have to pick that up off the floor. Not going to do it right this second, but alright, goes back this way. Hope I'm not making you dizzy flipping this thing around. Let's see how it matches. Hope I have the right side. Oh, very good. Okay, now we have a flap on the other side too. That is the same. So I think we're going to use this on it, and I'm just going to use this one to cut it out. Find a straight edge. There we go. Wrong scissors. I want these. I got these scissors on Amazon, and I just love these little scissors. They are very good for fussy cutting stuff. I do have a scan and cut that my husband got me a couple years ago, or a year or two ago for Christmas. just gotta have the room to use it. It takes quite a bit of room. Okay. Now we'll put this one on first. Ooh, which side do I want? That side or that side? Kind of like that side, but it's upside down. Of course, when you flip it open, it won't be. We better do the other side. We don't want to redo this. Do what I planned on first. Okay. Couple more, I don't know, episodes, I don't know what you call them, and we'll be done with this. I kind of like the black stripes in there on the inside of that envelope. I kind of like that on there because they go all the way across. Some other ones didn't go all the way across. I may trim this a little bit after I get this on there, just to make sure everything is even and doesn't look all crooked. I almost put that on upside down. Did you see me do that? That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. All right, now. People think it's easy to craft on video. It's not. Things are at angles you're not used to. Got a little piece on the corner here that's wanting to not stay down, so we'll fix him. Got a little bit of glue on there. Let's get it off of there. There we go. A little glue eraser. I do like it. There. So it'll look like that when it's closed. And then when you open it, you'll have this. And then we can decorate this up. I might put a little pocket in here on this too. And then we'll put some kind of closure on here. I'm thinking little buttons on there would look really cute. Haven't decided for sure yet, but I think so. But let's make sure this is... I'm cutting just a tiny bit off that's hanging over. I just want it to be even, or as even as I can get it. It is homemade, so straight and even is only something you can strive for, I think. At least me. I'm sure there's people out there that make it look so precise, but not me. Okay. Now on to this side. We'll do the inner piece first. What paper do I want to use? Do I have a big enough piece in my scrap pile over here? Let's see what we got here. Those are way little. Those are way little. Something hanging off of there. Those are more for pockets. That looks more like a belly band. That might fit on. Will it fit on? No. No. Okay. Some of these will, though. Some of them will. That one wants to be a pocket as it keeps jumping out at me. No, not quite big enough. You are not quite big enough. Okay. Oh, and this is a little one that was on one of the cutout sheets, and it looked like a booklet because it didn't look like you were supposed to cut down the middle. So it looked like it should be a booklet, so that's what I made it. I made it a little booklet, and we're going to put it in one of our little pockets inside when we get that far. Here I'm using my paper scissors on material and wondering why it's not really cutting very well. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. Is this going to fit? Ooh, nope, not long enough. Aha, but that is. Yeah, it'd be alright to have a plain piece over there and put a pocket maybe on it. Maybe that pocket that keeps jumping out at me wanting to be a pocket. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, this one looks like we only just have to trim just one end a little bit. So let's do that. Just not much either, just a tiny bit. Yeah. Yep. Still coughing here and there, but man, my lungs feel so much better. Feels so nice to be able to move and breathe without screaming in pain. Seems to be having a, knock on wood, a mild winter, and I hope it stays that way. The cold and me do not get along anymore. My husband keeps threatening to move to Georgia or somewhere, but I couldn't. I don't think I could leave my grandkids. I only have 3. Only ever gonna have 3. And I like to spend as much time with them as I possibly can. And the 2 little ones are starting to get potty trained, which is nice because we'll be able to take them and do more stuff with them. It's really hard on old people when you have 3 grandkids and 2 of them are in diapers, because it's really hard to try to take them somewhere where they have somewhere close you can change them, and it's just, I mean, I know people do it every day, but it's just so much easier when they're potty trained. All right, this was the one we had, yeah, there. Oh, hey, and look, I remembered to cut out my little thumb hole. Just down the sides, across the bottom, and up. I know you guys know how to make a pocket. It's not you I'm telling, really. More my reminding myself before I glue the whole thing. Let's move it up a little bit, kind of even with that. I think that will look nice. And push it in a little bit, give us some more room so we can stuff the pockets full. See, it just makes it puffy a little bit so you can put more stuffs in there. We like more stuff. Now, I do have these big ones that came with this that are really pretty, but they're really too big for the pages, so we could cut those down and use them. I think, how far off are we? We're way off on that one. What is it? It'll work on there. That's a little too big. We could use it on that one. Yeah, let's stick it in there to remind us we can use it on that one. I don't want to cut it down way down, but I mean, I could still use one of these. Ooh, how pretty is that? Let's give us a couple choices when we get there. Okay. No, not quite. You are not quite there. Do we want... Here's one. This will work. And it matches this, so it kind of coordinates it with this and this being the same. In my mind, anyway. which sometimes my mind doesn't work like everyone else's. But in my mind, it brings it together. Okay, where's my... I think I cut my other mark off. Which I do that a lot too. Sometimes that's probably why I can't find my mark, because I've done cut it off. Good. Okay. I kind of like just having the blank pages in there. I mean, we might put like little corner tucks or battle band on some of them, but I like in my journals to have a lot of writing room for people to write. Okay. Now, this I am going to just glue to this white part so you can have a pocket in the back. Am I going to put it there? Yeah, well, yeah, I'll put one on it. I wasn't going to, but I will. It's going to make it a secret pocket. Oh, so I want to, you want to glue the envelope, not your paper, because I don't want this to be glued shut. Now, if you don't want that to be a pocket, then you want to glue the whole thing. But I don't want that to be shut, so going to put the glue on here. Okay. And I don't mind that gray color sticking out, because there is gray in some of this paper. So I don't really mind that too much. I do want to, I need to find my metal ruler because I like it much better. It's my favorite. Make sure I didn't glue my pocket closed, and I didn't. So that's good. All right, now our next piece. I don't want to cut that one up. I'm going to save that one for last. Well, second to last. I have this one that I'm going to save for last because I may fussy cut these flowers out and put on one of the pages or something. It's just too pretty to use the back side and cut that front up. So we'll save them for last. Cut this border off of this one because we don't need him. Starting to get a mess over here, and I don't function real well with a mess. Okay, and we'll cut it off this side. Okay, now we're measuring. I just knocked my thing off again, didn't I? Okay. There's one. There's the other one. Good. And I did knock my thing off of there, didn't I? Definitely got, while my husband is off of work, get him to make me a back for this thing. I can quit losing all my goods behind my desk. Either that or I'm going to have to rearrange a little bit and put it on the other side up against the wall. This room has like a, well, it's the fireplace is what it is. It makes a funky wall on the other side. It's kind of at an angle. It angles the hallway a little bit out there too by my grandson's bedroom, and it's just a weird angle. And it's not a very big room, so it's difficult to get it all set up the way you want it. But we'll get there. I have faith. I have a lot of faith in a lot of things. My husband tells me too much sometimes, but I don't think you can ever have too much faith. Okay, so we got that. That looks much better with the paper on it, doesn't it? And we'll definitely put something on these because I don't really like that just plain green. Maybe it's just because I don't like green that well, but this color's not too bad. But this needs something. Even if we just put another piece. Let me try that. Let me just try it real fast. All right, where did I put my mark? There it is. Okay. I forgot what I was doing for a second there. Not really have to be a pocket, but just, I don't like that just green, but I could make it a pocket. Why not? This will be the book of mini pockets. I don't think you can have too many pockets. Maybe you can, but more places for goodies. I keep a lot of paper memorabilia, like tickets and things like that, so that's why I think you can't have too many pockets. But not everybody does. I'm going to put it on this way so you can access it when it's open. And then it'll tuck away when it's closed so nothing falls out. How about that? Yeah, see, I like that better. I don't like just the stark plain color. I like that much better. And we'll put something up here. Maybe we'll fussy cut something out, or just we'll glue something on there. Not that, because we'll use that for something else, but something. It needs something over here, even if it's just like that line. And we cut this off, say about right there. Yeah, even just that will be all right for me. It's too plain. Let me leave that in there and think about it for a while. Okay. Hey, we're getting there. Oh, I forgot we rounded this one. I rounded this. We cut it like a flag, and I was afraid the ends would get bent too much, so I rounded them. I did do that. I'm not sure if I did that on camera or not off, but I did do that. So we need a decent sized piece for back here. I thought that was bigger than that, but it's not. We could still have some of these we could use. Oh, look at that butterfly. No, it's not long enough. Nope, not you. You are elected to be our next contestant on Paste Me Down. Cover my page or something. You're it. That's what you said. Tag, you're it. Okay. Did I do it again? I think I did. Cut my, oh no I didn't. Thought I cut my line off again. I just wasn't seeing it. Okay. I didn't cut that right, did I? What did I do? I hope that'll fit one of the other envelopes. Oh, wrong side. That's what I did. That's what I did. It's just the wrong side. an hour. We'll glue this piece down and then we'll pick up there tomorrow. It's getting there. Once we get all these covered, and then it's just down to decorating and making it pretty. And that's the fun part. That's the funnest part, I think. I mean, it's fun making them, but I think the funnest part is just making them all pretty. Okay. Still don't cut that very well. It's way bigger than I had anticipated it being. I don't know what I was looking at it wrong or what, but that should have been taller. Yes, it should have been taller. It's a good thing it's time to quit for the day because I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. How did I mess that up? And I measured it. I don't know how I did that. Really don't. I may end up covering that up because I don't like that. And I'm wondering if if I put this piece in there, if you'll be able to tell that it's there or not. Well, it fits together real well. So that's where it came from. I think, actually, if I can get it in there, I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll run a piece of lace or ribbon or something across there because I won't like that line. But I think that will work rather than wasting a whole nother piece of paper. When we go to decorate, I will see it and it will remind me. Trust me, it will. Because yeah, it will definitely remind me. Especially since I inked it, I can really see it. I know some people say, well, I don't even see that, but I will see it. And I will put a piece of ribbon across there, and that will work. And we'll pretty it up after that. Okay, we will start here tomorrow. I don't want to keep you all night. But we just have this one and one. I will try to go ahead and get the papers cut because it is quicker that way if I already have the papers cut and laid on there. So we'll start there tomorrow. And see, today's will be 3, so tomorrow will be part 4. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Show the ladies below some love. Come check out our group if you haven't already, especially if you have a YouTube channel. We do a lot of supporting of YouTube channels on there, shops, you know, just everything. I know you guys probably get tired of hearing me talk about the group, but those ladies are just so wonderful. Get on there. Can't find that. There we go. Guess if I can't think and do something at the same time, evidently. But yeah, we will pick up there tomorrow. Stay safe out there, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.